Good morning everyone. Today I will be presenting on the global competitive dynamic between Tesla and BYD, the two of the most dominant players in the electric vehicle market. Although both companies lead the EV revolution, their strategy as action, meaning the concrete step they take to compete, are fundamentally different. Now, let's start with Tesla first. The visionary tech innovator, Tesla's strategy focuses on software design and performance efficiency. It integrates only the most critical components, for the example, the 4680 battery cells and large-scale casting innovation to streamline production and improve efficiency. However, Tesla still depends on suppliers like CATL's and LG Energy Solution for battery supply. What truly gives Tesla its edge is not cost but software and artificial intelligence features like autopilot, data-driven updates, and a unified digital ecosystem. In terms of market focus, Tesla aims at the premium segment, producing only fully electric vehicles like the Model 3 and Model Y. By keeping a small streamlined lineup, Tesla maximizes efficiency and ensure a consistent brand experience through its supercharged networks and direct-to-consumer model. Globally, its gigafactory strategy, such as in Shanghai and Berlin, allow Tesla to manufacture close to key demand centers, reducing logistic costs and maintaining full control over pricing and the customer experience. Now, let's moving on to BYD. The cost dominance industrial manufacturers. Unlike Tesla, BYD practices extreme vertical integrations. It builds nearly everything in-house, from batteries and semiconductors to electric motor, which drastically cuts costs and removes suppliers' dependency. This approach gives BYD a major cost advantage, allowing it to sell high-quality EVs at lower price. BYD market strategy focuses on mass market accessibility. It offers both battery electric vehicles and plug-in hybrid EVs, which helps attract customers in developing market where charging infrastructure still limited. Beyond passenger cars, BYD also dominates in electric buses and commercial vehicles, diversifying its business far more than Tesla. Globally, BYD is expanding rapidly by setting up localized factories in countries like Thailand, Brazil, and Hungary. This helped the company avoid tariffs on Chinese exports and strengthen its presence in new markets. Unlike Tesla direct sale approach, BYD often uses dealership networks, allowing faster and broader market penetration. In summary, Tesla and BYD represent two opposing paths to global EV leadership. Tesla takes a top-down approach, leading with innovation, software, and premium branding. BYD takes a bottom-up approach, mastering cost efficiency, vertical integration, and volume production. Together, they define the competition landscape of today's EVs industry, one driven by technology, vision, and other industrial experience. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and a very good evening. My name is Rafiq, and today I'm going to present question 2. Question 2, application of comprehensive model of global competitive dynamics in the EV industry. So the first view is industry-based view. The electric vehicle market has high entry barriers that require large investments in research and development, battery technology, and infrastructure. Firms compete across overlapping markets such as China, Europe, and North America, leading to mutual forbearance where they avoid direct rivalry to reduce cost retaliation. For the product differentiation is an important strategy. For Tesla focuses on advanced technologies like autopilot and premium features, while BYD emphasizes affordable, energy efficient vehicle for mass markets. The market structure encourages continuous innovations and strategy positioning to remain competitive. And for the next view is resource-based view. Competitive advantage depends on unique, valuable, and hard to imitate resources. Tesla benefits from its vertically integrated model, proprietary battery technology, and global supercharger network, which provide efficiency and control, while BYD gains strength from owning its lithium battery production and maintaining a strong domestic supply chain, ensuring independence and agility. The combination of technology, innovation, and effective resource management enhance firm performance and long-term resilience. Companies with strong internal resources are better able to launch aggressive strategies, defend against competitors. For the last view is institution-based view. Government regulations, subsidies, and policies play a major role in shaping competition. In China, national and regional subsidies accelerated BYD's growth. In the United States, the Inflation Reduction Act strengthened Tesla's position by supporting domestic production. In Europe, anti-subsidy investigations led by BYD to establish production facilities within the region. Firms must adapt to both formal institutions, laws and regulations, and informal ones, alliances and partnerships. Example includes Tesla's collaboration with Panasonic and BYD's partnership with Toyota, which help manage uncertainty in global markets. And lastly, for the conclusion, the GCD model provides a comprehensive understanding of how EV firms compete globally. It shows that success in the EV industry depends on managing competition and innovation through industry-based strategies, building and protecting valuable internal resources, adapting effectively to global policies and institutional environments. Together, these factors explain how leaders like Tesla, BYD, and Volkswagen maintain innovation policy adapt.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Hakim. I'm from the IB 6A and my ID is SIB23110010. So for the first one is I want to present the question 3, which is attack and counter-attack in the global EV market. So the first one is as you can see, the global EV market is dominated by Tesla from US and BYD from China. Both companies also use strong strategies to compete for global leadership. Also, their rivalry represent a real example of attack and counter-attack in business strategies. For the Tesla attacks, Tesla launched an aggressive price cut strategy in 2023 until 2025 with Model 3 and Model Y. The prices dropped up to 30% to attract new customers and expand market share. The move helped boost sales in the short term but reduce profit margins. But Tesla also delivered about 3,8400 vehicles in Q2 2025, but it showed the slower growth. For the BYD counter-attack, BYD did not join the price war, but it focused on vertical integration and cost control. Produced its own batteries, chips, and semiconductors to maintain efficiency, expand into new markets within Thailand, Brazil, Hungary, and France, and Europe. It sold 1.89 million plug-in vehicles in H1 2025, overtaking Tesla as the EV market. The chart also shows that BYD sales rising sharply while Tesla growth flattened. For the challenges and key lesson, the challenges is after dethroning Tesla, BYD growth started to slow down. Sales declined year on year for the first time since 2020. And also net income dropped 30% in Q3 2025, based on Malay Mail October 2025. The Chinese regulators forced BYD to pay suppliers faster within 60 days. It also facing trade barriers and higher import tariffs in Europe and Mexico. The investor confidence weakened, BYD stock value fell. For the strategic lesson, Tesla's price attack gained visibility but hurt profitability. BYD's counter-attack built long-term efficiency but now faces external pressure. The EV rivalry shows that market leadership is temporary without adaptability, and the long-term success needs innovation, financial and discipline, also in global flexibility. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Irfan and I'm from the IB6A. So today I will be presenting on how cooperation and signaling shape global competition in the electric vehicle or EV industry. In this fast-growing market, companies like Tesla, BYD and Volkswagen rely not only on technology but also on strategic partnerships and communication to gain advantage. Firstly, cooperation helps reduce cost and risk. For example, BYD and Toyota formed a research venture in China to develop a new EV models. BYD gained global credibility, while Toyota secured a stable supply chain. Tesla's Gigafactory in Shanghai shows how cooperation with governments can boost production and innovation. For Volkswagen's, its alliances with CATL and Ford also ensure a battery supply and a faster product development. Next, signaling is about shaping perceptions. When Tesla cut prices in China, it signaled cost efficiency and triggered a price war. BYD's expansion in Europe signaled its global ambition, helping it attract attention and investors. Startups like Rivian and Lucid also use partnerships to signal credibility to the market. In short, cooperation builds capabilities, while signaling builds trust and influence. Together, they shape innovation, policy, and competition in the EV industry. Companies mastering both, like Tesla and BYD, gain not just market share, but long-term global leadership.
It's Dania and my ID number is SIB231100079. Today I compare how local Chinese EV firms BYD, NIO, and multinational players which is Tesla and Volkswagen navigate global trade policy. We will look at 5 strategic dimensions and then draw some lessons. First dimension is core strategic posture. Local firms start dominating their home market under protective policy, then cautiously expand abroad. BYD, for instance, delay entry into high-tariff markets like North America. MNEs, on the other hand, operate globally from the start, building factories overseas, anticipating trade friction, and diversifying. Second dimension is leveraging home country advantage. BYD and NIO benefit from China's industrial support subsidies, cheap capital, and a robust supply ecosystem. BYD also pursue vertical integration to internalize key components. Tesla and Volkswagen draw on their global brand equality, access to global capital, and a relationship with multiple governments to mitigate trade risks. Thirdly, respond to tariff and trade barriers. Local firms often avoid high tariff environment or delay entry. BYD scrapped its Mexico factory plan due to US tariff uncertainty. MNE respond more aggressively, localizing production to bypass import duties, relocating sourcing and absorbing temporary tariff burden while lobbying for relief. Fourth, supply chain configuration. BYD emphasized vertical control and localization to reduce exposure to cross-border supply constraints. MNE maintain modular, globally dispersed supply chain. They shift parts production closer to final assembly in tariff-sensitive region. Lastly, market focus and sequencing. Local firms expand outward in phases. First, Asian, Latin America, Europe, market with lower barrier, then consider tougher market sequence based on trade agreement and capacity, often entering many large markets simultaneously and adjusting strategy policy shift.
For the next question, I will be talking about one of the most important forces shaping international business strategy, which is the green subsidies. These are government incentives that support electric vehicle production, battery innovation, and renewable energy. They are not just an environmental tools, they are also a strategic weapons in global trade competition. Firstly, the United States leads with its Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, offering up to USD 2,500 in tax credits for EVs built in North America. This has pushed companies like Tesla, Ford, and GM to move production and sourcing back home. In Europe, the Green Deal Industrial Plan encouraged a clean tech production, with France and Germany offering up to Euro 7,000 in subsidies. However, in China, made vehicles are excluded, a move to protect local industries. Meanwhile, China's long-term subsidy strategy since 2009 has created a global giants like BYD and NIO, giving China over 60% of the global EV market share. The green subsidies has created both opportunities and tensions. They lower costs and boost innovation, but also fuel trade conflicts and protectionism. For EV companies, adapting to these different policies is now the key to global success. In conclusion, green subsidies redefine where and how automakers compete. Those who balance their policy adaptation with innovation, like Tesla and BYD, will lead the next decade of electric mobility. Thank you.